The Office of the Prime Minister is responsible for coordination and monitoring of all refugee activities in Uganda. In order for us to ensure the physical security of the refugees, we have to work hand in hand with the police. Law and order. Crimes are taking place in the settlements, but when you go to courts of law, there are few that have been reported. So there are cases which are minor in nature that are solved at household level or at the community level.
Our thinking is, if somebody comes away from his country of origin or her country of origin, it means the government has failed to protect this person. So for us, we don't mind of whether this person is coming out because of what. What we know is, if they can provide the services for themselves, we don't have any issue about it. But once they are here, it means their country of origin cannot protect them.
Originally, we are looking at refugees as people who want humanitarian support. You look at, do they have water? Do they have food? Do they have NFIs? Things like that, because tomorrow they will go back. But I'm happy to report that under the National Development Plan Phase 2 of Uganda, which is soon to be rolled out, refugees have been taken on as a development issue. It's looking at transforming our refugee settlements into development areas in terms of agriculture, in terms of infrastructure development, because you have seen the schools that we are constructing, permanent, okay? Roads, network, to be permanent roads. So we are looking at transforming our refugee settlements into development institutions.
Of course, conflict is the one which they tell us. They are out of their country of origin because of the war, and it is a trouble war, which everyone in Uganda has known something about it. Thereafter, first thing which they really wanted us as government to help them is whether they will be granted the status of refugee, because they know that some of them are taking long to reach here. Sometimes you stay for 3 weeks, some are 1.5 months on the way, struggling to come. We have 2 types of trucks for ferrying the asylum seekers. One is the able ones, we use lorry, and the vulnerable ones, we use van to carry them because they are vulnerable persons. So their immediate objective is whether I will be granted the status. Then secondly, because we sensitize them, immediately on arrival, we sensitize them. We tell them every service we provide and the stages of taking them to the settlement. So immediately after photographing them, giving them card, granting refugee status, and then thereafter they will be waiting when there to be relocated to the settlement. I'm welcoming you to Nyumanzi reception. This is where your status will be determined.
قال تفضلوا في منطقة بتاعت نيمازي reception تاع نيمازي.
Tomorrow we are coming to interview you and profile you according to the families you have registered at the election.
قال بكرة نجي انتوا هتنوموا هنا بكرة بيجوا بسجلكم حسب أسرة انتوا جدبوا هناك تسجيل جدبوا في reception في نوم ده.
But now, as you are here, this place is safe. We have 100% protection for everybody who is here.
Sibu.
World Food Program's mandate is to feed these refugees. And all of the food that these people eat is given by World Food Program. World Food Program has standard measurements. And this food is measured in kilocalories. It's to eat to survive, not to survive to eat. You know, the government of Uganda has a policy that a refugee who has stayed for 3 years, the rations must be reduced to half, 50%, or by 50%. But for the vulnerables, once they are identified, that food reduction does not apply to them. They will always be kept to 100%.
Most of them are telling us they lost everything of theirs. Some of them you will come and see that they come with just maybe 1 or 2 bags, and you know if a family comes with maybe a bag, a mattress, you will definitely know that this person came through difficulties. Some of them who have come here were actually rich people, but now this person has lost everything. Now you can say if somebody begins talking to this person, you will begin thinking that it means for them it is easier to say that you are laughing at me now because I'm like this. The next thing is to slap.
Even this very morning, there was one who was crying while interviewing.
You know, you can ask someone, maybe the husband died from the war, hence they are. So when you're trying to get those details, the emotions come and the person is reminded of that.
Okay, the first thing we provide for them psychosocial assistance. We bring them down. We don't ask those questions now, but we begin bringing them in to know that things happen. And when it happens, there are other things to do. So we at least make sure we talk to them, we make them happy, we tell them how happy they will be here than there in that conflicting country. But that one has happened, they should not take it, it's the end of their life.
Let me address the issue of naturalization. We've been taken to court. It's a court issue. I don't want to comment too much on it. We wanted to pilot it, and we wanted to start with the Congolese and the Rwandese refugees who have been here for more than 20 years. These other South Sudanese just came yesterday. So even if we rolled it down, they would not have an opportunity. But for the Congolese who have been here long, the Lumumba type, Okay, the Rwandese who have been here since 1959, they were born here, their parents died here, they don't know home, they deserve this naturalization. By the end of this year, we shall have been able to give refugee identity cards to all of those refugees from 18 years and above.